Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th episode of ShepCast. Round of applause, round of applause. I keep forgetting I have a soundboard I can use. Hold on. Fucking love that thing. Anyway, for this episode, we're taking another look back at Rec Room Wrestling. Another guest that has been highly requested for this show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Zer0.
Ooh. All the three people excited to see me.
It doesn't seem like there was a lot, you guys don't understand, listen to this, but we had a vote, and there was 15 people that voted for Zer0, and no questions for him.
None of them asked questions.
They're just yeah, I guess Zer0.
I mean, he's the one we got now.
I was supposed to do an episode with my buddy Slazo Kid. I've known him since high school, but I probably will have to film this later, so I'll make this the 7th one. Kind of switch things around.
Woohoo!
So Zer0, how are you doing today?
I'm tired. As of recording this, I just got done at WRW Limitless, the farewell episode.
So why is it called the farewell episode?
Because Rundown and Rebirth are coming back this Saturday after Fight for Glory. This was the last hoorah of Limitless.
Yeah, the non-branded shows, and now they're going
the combined one, and Fusion is also disappearing, which is kind of sad because I actually like Fusion.
I'm so confused. Are they gonna keep the Rundown and gonna keep the Rebirth and Rundown titles?
I don't know if they're bringing those back. I actually have no clue.
I would think.
I don't think so.
Because I'd said it numerous times, I think having 2 world championships on the same show just doesn't work out that well. I wouldn't even treat it. I'd treat it like a mid-card title, honestly. Wouldn't even know what to do with it. Well, I guess we'll start with Rec Room Wrestling, just to kick things off here. So how long have you been doing Rec Room Wrestling, Zer0?
Hang on, I gotta look at my calendar. Since June of 2023, so that's 1, 2, 3, too many months.
Okay, so yeah, damn, I thought
I'm coming up on a year, Shep. In about 3 months, I'm gonna hit a year.
So what got you into this?
Well, you know me, huge wrestling fan, but I had actually done a bunch of Star Wars militaries before this. So I was chilling in the events page. I was a nerd. So I was chilling on the events page, and then I found an ROH Rising Honor show.
Right.
So that was pretty cool. I actually really liked that. I stayed from the second or third match all the way till the end. Then I had caught an FCE show, which is run by Alex.
Right.
Then I got signed there, and then I pretty much just joined ROH after that.
So you began your career in FCE?
Pretty much, yeah. I owe a lot of things to FCE, but ROH is where I was made myself. That's pretty much where a lot of the things that you see now started. Right.
Yeah, we'll touch on that a little bit more later, but tell me more about this Rec Room military fascination you had. So
I had actually gotten into it even before I had a VR. So I was chilling one day, got a VR for my birthday. So then I was joining militaries left and right. That's how I met Mr. JD.
What dragged you to military? What was the appeal for you?
I don't fucking remember.
Oh my god, it says Star Wars.
It was just Star Wars, and I liked it. Well, the main pull was that it was Clone Wars themed, and I'm a huge fan of the Clone Wars. And they would do these events where you would just fight each other. So that's the main draw for me. But then that obviously got stale after 3 months.
I was what else do you guys do? I've always wondered what actually
just
happens
sit
in a
on
military
a square. That is all you do 24/7, and you have to do and if you sit on the square long enough, you get promotions. And I stood on my square the best. I got really high.
You kind of had everyone built their own community, and it's not like a Rec Room Wrestling community where shit actually goes down and happens.
Shit does not hit the fan at all. There's the occasional inner circle drama.
I think people just take those rooms way too seriously.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. I was one of those people.
don't get me wrong, they take Rec Room Wrestling way too seriously too nowadays. But like,
yeah,
military is just like a whole other cancer that literally every player in Rec Room agrees that a military sucks.
Awful. Yeah.
And there's just so many too.
There's so many. Some of them aren't even Star Wars themed, so a lot of them get like shit on.
Yeah, they're all
like the Star Wars ones are prominent.
Of one another.
The Star Wars ones are prominent. My friend used to own one, and he just copied the same maps over from the server that I was in. Like someone gave him all the maps, and then he just reposted it with a different name.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I can't even imagine. I remember like it's so cancerous looking at the events page now.
It is insane how many 16 plus drawing, finding girlfriend events there are.
I forgot all about those ones. There's only one good one that was there, and it was like it's gone now. I think it was 2 years ago, and it was the Bachelorette in Rec Room. For like the month of February to March, they did shows constantly.
Oh boy!
And it was
the
total funniest
drama
thing. Total, I see those a lot too. Total drama. Yeah.
I went in one and I got taken out first, so I have a personal hatred for it because everyone targeted me in those competitions. It was like Survivor, but like worse.
Total drama. I actually have planned to do a Rec Room Total Drama video once. I think
at this point, if you can find one, I don't know if they still do them.
I would, yeah. So I would be I would be the host of it, and I would like I would get it. I would organize it and get it together. I just can't build. I can't build for shit. So I would,
cannot build.
I would need to hire someone to do it for me, and that already is a pain. I can ask somebody, and they'll be like, "Okay, yeah, sure," and then months later, no progress.
Nothing. Just a square.
Yeah, so there's no point of doing that. I've thought about. Oh, there was another good one. I had GTA Total Drama. I've tossed around Total Drama ideas a lot, like Minecraft, Rec Room, and GTA were the three big ones. GTA was gonna be hella fun. It was gonna be like those mini games. I had like made my own games for it. We're gonna have like elimination ceremonies and everything. But
that actually sounds fun.
Yeah, the one problem was just like I couldn't get a big ass group of people online to film it. So those plans kind of fell through because like trying to get 16 people online for a Total Drama game is a bitch and a half. But yeah, so back to Rec Room Wrestling. You said you got your start in FCE, and then you moved to ROH. You built your character there. So tell me a little more about this Zer0 character that you got going on in ROH.
Man, at this point, I have no clue. I've kind of lost track.
Who yells?
I'm a guy who does promos well and does well in the ring. That's what I got going.
Let's talk about the time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But for like a little bit now, I've slapped the Underdog from the Underground nickname on myself. I've actually stepped back from that because I feel like I booked myself into a corner, like with the name, and that was kind of underselling myself a little bit. So I've actually kind of moved on from the Underdog into more like, I actually don't know. I don't have a nickname at this point. I'm just me.
I'm just Zer0.
I'm just Zer0. I'm just the guy who does well on the stick, on the mic, and then does okay in the ring.
Yeah, that's probably the highest compliment you usually get is about your promos. So what do you think?
That's the only compliment I get.
That's sad.
It's very sad.
I feel like if I was a wrestler, I get the same thing. I'd be great at promos, ass in the ring or something. But you're much better than that, obviously. But
I don't know, man. That one crowd member at WRW today kept calling me ass and gay, so I don't know.
Hey, man, it's just the territory of Rec Room Wrestling. Gay ass.
Just comes with the territory. Comes with the territory.
So, why do you think people say that you're good at these promos? Like, what do you think is the main thing behind your success?
So when I came back, so I actually gotten sick for like a month. I had like both flus, flu A and flu B. So I came back and I didn't know there was 2 flus either. I just got both of them at the same time.
Damn.
So I had gotten the shortest end of the stick. So I had done this promo at ROH Fight Forever 32 or 33, can't remember. But I basically did my thing. I came out, said, I'm not going to rely on Inko anymore, because I was in a tag team with him at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to rely on Inko because he forgot about me, even though after all the things we did, and I'm coming for the gold. I'm coming for my spot at the top. And when I got back there, people just said that it was really good. It was a really good promo. And I was like, oh, okay. So then lately in WRW, I've actually turned heel.
Okay.
But a lot of my promos are just me screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm actually in a feud with Ruby right now for the Undisputed Universal Championship.
Fuck you,
and that's
Ruby!
Going well. I call his faction, because they're called the Texas Club, I call them the Inbred Club. And people just think that I'm really good at promos, when in reality, I have no fucking clue what I'm going to talk about when I get on.
I
tried to write it down, and it did not work.
No, that's a great skill to have. It's, being able to think on the fly.
Yeah.
That's a good one, by the way. Inbred Club. That's a good one.
I've thought about that for way too long in the shower.
I think that's where you have those thoughts. I remember, so there was an interview I did for Neutron, and he was telling me, I got a question that was, who are the worst wrestlers? And I got to a part where I was like, okay, let's think of the funniest bit I can do. And I just thought it in my head for a second, and I just started ranting out names with insults behind them. So there's a bit that's Stein when he's drunk, Ruby when he's pissy, Dawson before puberty. And it would just go on. I just went on and on because I kept seeing who was in the room.
That's
part of that.
Man.
I did this promo class a while back too, where that was the main thing I would teach is being able to think on your feet. I think it's awesome that you have that skill, because not a lot of people have that. So that really sets you apart from most people. Yeah,
it's also a great skill to have in the wrestling world as well.
Yes. Well, speaking of the wrestling world, somebody had a question about your IRL wrestling. So I had no idea what that looked like for you. I figured you can go into more detail about that.
I took a few classes last year. I did one with my leg and one without my leg. The one, ironically, I was faster without it, but I didn't like the teacher because he was kind of weird. So I'm gonna try to get into flatbacks with Sean Spears and all them.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get into that. So yeah.
Yeah, so I've been kind of dodging the elephant in the room about that, because again, cripple questions. So if you don't mind me asking, what happened with the leg?
Okay, so a lot of people think I was born like this, but I actually got cancer when I was younger, when I was 9.
Oh,
when I was 9 years old. I had an osteosarcoma, hence the stripe in my hair that changes every now and then from pink to yellow during September.
Huh. I've never heard of that before.
I've beaten it for a while now. But a lot of people think that I'm missing my entire leg, and I poke fun at that a lot. But I actually have what's called a rotationplasty, because where the cancer was, it was in my knee. So they took out my knee. There's a whole med-ed video on this. I took out my knee. They took out my knee.
I took out my knee. I popped it out.
They put from the bottom of my knee down. They rotated it 90 degrees. No, 180 degrees. And then stitched it, sewed it back on, and they did not cut any nerve endings or anything, or blood stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's a med-ed video. I'm sure you could be playing over this right now.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think about how that would work. So my whole kneecap turned around.
Whole kneecap is gone.
Not my leg, thankfully, but my whole kneecap.
No, your whole knee is gone. Your whole knee is gone. You have to rely on your ankle, because your ankle functions almost like a knee, right? You can move it up and down, kinda. You can move it up and down.
No, not my ankles. My ankles are fucked.
Oh, I can move my ankle up and down. and it would basically function like a knee. So I have like a prosthetic that when I wear it, it simulates the rest of the knee down, so I just walk normally.
So so you're missing the kneecap, but you still have the whole leg there. So what is the prosthetic?
I'm just missing the knee. So the knee's gone. The knee's anywhere on my body, like the entire knee. But I have my calf down. So but it's rotated, so it's not comfortable to walk on for long periods of time. So my foot slides into this prosthetic that allows me to walk normally. It just functions. When I put the leg on, my ankle is like a knee. When I put it on, my ankle is like a knee. I just use it like a normal knee. The prosthetic is just there to help me walk better.
Okay, so it's kind of like having like a leg brace.
Almost, yeah. It's kind of like having a leg brace.
Because now you said below the calf, so I'm thinking like,
yeah,
anything that's above the calf. The calf's pretty fucking big, by the way. So I'm like,
again, MedEd video explains it better than I can.
You gotta look this up afterwards. I'm
gonna send you the video right now, actually, because I have it saved on my phone.
So 9-year-old you beat can't. Is there any way that that's coming back at all? Like, you have to worry about that?
I hope not. The chances of it coming down have gone down insanely. Because they give you like a 5-year trial period as to where it could come back. It could.
Right.
But I have now crossed that 5-year mark. It's not a totally 0% chance it's coming back, but it's highly unlikely that it's coming back.
Damn. So I'm looking at the video right now.
Yeah.
Seeing it. So it's like, yeah, that's basically your whole kneecap gone and a little bit of your calf is still left.
That is exactly what I have.
And your ankle is twisted. Oh, so your ankle's like high up.
Yeah, my ankle is high up. My ankle is like hence the leg. That's why I need the prosthetic.
So that's what you meant. So your ankle is twisted 180 degrees. It's basically at the same place to where your knee is, and now you have the prosthetic, which acts as the rest of your leg.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was trying to visualize it. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a video on it. That's probably the easiest explanation ever.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to start, like, when people ask me about it, I'm just gonna show them the MedEd video. I don't feel like it's...
Here's a pamphlet on it.
Here's a pamphlet. Here's my card if you have any questions.
Shit, I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm glad you kind of pushed past it now.
Man. I'm insanely good. I'm insanely good right now. Yeah, I've wrestled in Rec Room for about almost a year now. I'm gonna start wrestling IRL eventually, probably during the summer. Probably gonna take those classes again during the summer.
Go to Fallbacks and deal with Sean Spears.
Yeah.
I remember I've been so careful with time now because Stein and I we talked for almost 3 hours. And I had to cut down about like an hour and a half of footage because we just kept talking. So with Rec Room Wrestling again, you're back in ROH, known for promos. What would you say is like the best feud that you've had in Rec Room Wrestling, just in general?
Oh, the best one?
Yes.
I want to say the one I'm having with Ruby right now because I actually love being a heel.
I think it's definitely more fun.
I wish I got more time in ROH to cook with Inco, because as of this point, it's almost the 23rd, which is Wrestle Kingdom 2. So I wish I got more time to cook with Inco.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a loaded show. Is there anything that you regret in Rec Room Wrestling? You've only been here for 6 months, or I guess 9 months.
Yeah.
Any regrets?
Yeah. Any regrets? Where do I start?
Where do I fucking begin signing up for Rec Room Wrestling?
Nah. I regret not caring as much now than I did when I started. Because like right now it's like a chore. I find myself making up excuses to get out of doing certain shows that I don't feel like doing.
Yeah, the whole mindset's kind of changed.
Yeah, and like right now, my personal life is insanely good right now. Like I'm living more as myself than I am as
Good shit.
Zer0.
Good shit.
So, yeah, I'm having a lot of interesting experiences that I'm having for the first time in my personal life, and I don't know, man. It's like when I first started, I went go go go. I was like going to different shows every single week. I was hammering out shows. But now it's just like I only make like 3 different companies. I only make WRW, ROH, and FC at this point.
Yeah, it gets to that point. Fatigue hits.
Yeah, fatigue is definitely hit, like insanely hard.
I've heard that from many people now, like Kai or Stein.
And they've been doing this longer than me. I've been doing this. I'm like a newborn.
How the fuck do you think I feel? I'm still here. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be gone.
You had an out. You had an out.
I want to be out. I want to just focus on other stuff. My life's completely changing too, so that's why I need to get my replacement and get out.
Take your leave. For good this time.
Yes, hopefully I don't need to come back again for a 3rd time.
I'm on the boat of if I retire, I'm done for good. Like, you see guys like Stein Time coming back from retiring, and I'm just like, that kind of like defeats the whole purpose of passing a torch, essentially.
I think there's no such thing as like a retire. When in wrestling, there's never such thing as a retirement. The only way
it even expands to Rec Room at this point.
Yeah, if you're gonna retire, it's probably just because you have no more time to play the game anymore. So you're like out of the community in general.
Yeah, I feel like if I quit Rec Room Wrestling, I'm probably gonna quit Rec Room for good, because Rec Room Wrestling is like the only thing keeping me on Rec Room.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you. I just, I think my if you didn't know, my send off was Rough Landing 4. I had
and now you're back.
Did my final show. Well, as the reviewer, I haven't commentated a show since, so I've been sticking my word on that one. Because I was like, I'm not coming back to commentary. I'm done. I wish I didn't have to come back and I could have just make videos on Wii games and do podcasts and family feuds and like just kind of anything that's interesting to me now. I think that's where my motivation is at this point. And I think with Rec Room, maybe just to see you guys, like talk to you guys every now and then, that's why I'll hop on. I'll hop on every now and then, see who's on, and kind of just be there to have a fun time and not to work.
To do anything major.
Not to work. What I used to do is just if a funny moment happened, press the record button, and there you go. Got my footage.
Now it's I give Ruby 5 stars and he's happy.
I think I could probably say who my candidates are now. It's been a while, so I think people already know, but I'm down to 3 now. We started out with about 8, I think. And that number's just been like
Angie posted a poll in Rec Wrestling News.
Yeah, he's not the official reviewer. I did that so I could see like how people are gonna vote, and I knew it was gonna be biased as fuck.
Yeah.
So I saw that immediately, and I was not shocked. My 3 candidates are, of course, Ruby, who won the popular vote, Rocker, and then Nas. So one of those 3 will be the new Rec Room Wrestling reviewer.
I feel like this is coming from me. I don't know who the fuck Nas is. If you want someone who's not known and nobody really gives a shit about, I feel like that'd be Nas, because then people don't have to worry about bias when he reviews matches.
They all have their own strengths and weaknesses. I actually have to talk to him about that on Wednesday. Might have to start dwindling the numbers again. I actually have assignments. I give them like assignments and stuff. I tell them like when I have to do something, I'll be like, okay, you're doing it too, assholes. And I'll give them along. I give them a due date because I'm like, well, people want these like in a timely fashion, so you better figure out how to do it quickly.
That's why I never signed up to be a reviewer, because I'm procrastinative. I'm like the #1 procrastinator in like the entire world.
Yeah, by Wednesday I'll probably have the numbers dwindled down to maybe 2, And actually, I might just make the offer on Wednesday, just how, like, in case things play out. So I might actually know who it's going to be by the end of the week. But we'll see. We will see what happens.
It's gonna be fun.
I have an interesting choice to make because they all three have their own strengths, and they all will lead to very different outcomes. So we talked about your regrets. Let's go move on to your YouTube channel.
Oh boy.
Let's say there's mainly one video series that everybody's interested in.
Like the only video series I post nowadays after I stopped recording Rec Room Wrestling.
Yeah, because before you just recorded show. Oh my god, look at I didn't even go this far down.
So many.
Because wrestling is awesome.
Hey, wait. wait.
An intro to remember. I'm not watching this far down. This feels fucking creepy.
It is insanely weird. When I first started posting videos, I had people coming up to me saying, "Wow, you changed so much," and I'm like, I don't know why you scrolled that far down.
I don't know why you still have it up. Maybe the first one down there.
Yeah, so sentimental things, and because I'm also lazy and I don't feel like it.
I was gonna say I would just make a whole separate channel entirely.
At this point, I might make one dedicated to that one YouTube series. I might just jump the gun, do it.
Because there's only 3 things on here besides, like, so there's the popular LZW series.
Yeah.
There's the Rec Room Wrestling recordings.
Oh wait, I can change the visibilities. Wait, hold on.
That would be beneficial. I recommend that. So people don't scroll down and see. I guess the only one you'd want people to see is the I Beat Cancer. Like that's.
Yeah.
The other ones are really that one's wholesome, and I think that's
that one. Oh wait, I just accidentally select all.
You're about to launch season 2 of LZW.
Maybe, yeah, I'm going to. There's no if. I'm going to at this point.
I think that's what everybody's been looking forward to.
It's like the only thing people look forward to nowadays.
Have you? So I used to do that too. I used to just play it. I would make my own universe mode and I just play it for myself. That's what I did. But like. With YouTube stuff, is there any other ideas that have kind of been floating in your head?
YouTube wise, not particularly. LZW is like my passion right now, and the new game just came out, so I'm like really trying to hammer that in.
I was gonna say, you better do that soon. Once the game comes out and it's released.
Oh no, I have it. I have had it since the 5th, but I've just been I've been making the arenas and stuff like that.
As I say, that's like clockwork. You gotta manage it well.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting to go to my dad's though, because when I do it, I go to my dad's and I commentate with him.
I was gonna say, I remember your dad being at a show, and like people approaching me and being like,
"Yeah, man, this
guy's better than you. It's Zero's dad." I was like, "Why is Zero's dad playing this?"
That
game?
was odd. I told him about it because when I told him about it, he was like, "Oh yeah, man, I'll show up," and I was like, "Wait, really?" He was like, "Yeah, why not?" So
yeah, they all seem to like your dad. Your dad was a nice guy.
They love my dad. My dad's insanely nice. Yeah, my dad loves it. He did a match for PWC against Twinkle one day, so that was that was fun.
Yeah, I think I only talked to him for like 2 minutes, but then everybody kept surrounding me afterwards.
He wasn't there that long. He was kind of just in and out.
So you don't have any other ideas or like content ideas for YouTube?
Maybe like one day I might, do like some 2K videos. When I start wrestling more IRL, I might do like vlogs on those and stuff like that. Kind of like how Sammy Guevara does it, and like the Elite did it. Maybe though, I don't know. It's like a lot to record it, edit it, then wait for it to upload. A certain point whenever YouTube says yes, I can upload it.
Yeah, content is a pain in the ass too.
I don't know what you're talking about, Shep. Content is amazing.
No, there's so many ideas that get thrown through. So many things that seem like good ideas on paper just don't work out.
And I make no money from my videos at all. All of mine are either copyright or
same. I don't even make money either, and I'm at almost 1,500 subs.
Wow.
The problem is like watch time. Watch time's like the
Yeah.
only figure we need, and that shit's incredibly low. Well, not incredibly low.
My videos are like always an hour long, so I have no clue as to how that looks in YouTube's eyes.
Yeah, I wasn't
Like
sure
WRW
either.
WrestleMania is 4 hours long for each night. Or no, 2 hours long for each night. So that's like 4 hours in total of pure Rec Room wrestling, which, no offense to any of the wrestlers, I love you all, but that's fucking boring.
Yeah. Coming from the guy who actually has to watch these shows, it's fucking terrible.
I only skip to about my segment in the entire video because it's boring, especially when you don't want to be there. You just want to get off and do other things.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, commentary, it wasn't the same because I actually got to be a part of the show, but like,
yeah.
There were moments where I'm just like, I'm ready to fucking... What time is it now? It's only been 30 minutes. We've been through 2 segments.
Just started.
Yeah, I understand why commentators get so bored and they leave. But I actually had a passion for it. I think that's
why me and my dad do it. And plus, I always make sure the LZW ones are like fairly entertaining to watch. So I try to like throw some curveballs in there, because when I play as a character, everyone knows that I'm most likely gonna win. So I try to throw some curveballs in there sometimes.
I wouldn't even like play as a character. Like when I did my universe mode, I never played. I always put it on so I could watch it, and there'd always be some curveball that came in.
Let it auto book itself.
Pretty much, like it would. Sub-Zero was like the inaugural champion. And he had a run. Joe Biden had like a crazy ass run.
Damn, Roman Reigns run.
No, because he kept winning. He would hold the title for a long time, then he'd lose it, and then he'd immediately win it back. And he did that like 3 or 4 times. It was like a reign of terror.
That is perfect. That's like the best non-WWE storyline ever.
There was a part where he got booked against Trump. Trump found his way. There was like maybe 80 superstars on the roster, and they're all competing for the same world title, so not a lot of space to be on the card. But Trump somehow found his way to be the number 1 contender. And then they faced off, and he beat Trump pretty easily. Now, stories like that were always fun. I don't remember the rest. It was on 2K19. That's how long ago it was.
Man, 2K19 is so underrated. I dumped hours into that game.
I did too. It used to be like a nightly routine where I would like, after a stressful day, I would turn it on and watch like my booked show for the week. Yeah. And I'd commentate over it.
I would make characters more than I would actually play the game, because I'm too creative, so I can't like sit down and sit still and stuff like that. I always have to be doing something.
You gotta add a ShepBandicoot character for me then. I gotta see
how my story
100%. Plays out.
I'm waiting for DLCs to start coming out, but at this point, I don't feel like it. The DLC characters are gonna be good, but I'll just add them when they come in. I'm not waiting like 3 months for CM Punk.
So how big is your roster?
I'm gonna have to open it and see. I think I have all the characters that I want, but 90% of them probably won't be on the show most of the time.
Yeah, again, limited space on the card.
I think it's like 100 characters at this point.
That's a loaded roster.
I'm downloading like AEW people as they get posted. So I'm always installing some sort of character.
And you got to be careful. What's the limit? Like 100?
I actually don't know. The limit for the custom characters, I've never actually hit the limit for the custom characters.
I think it was, so when I played it, I think it was 100. Yeah, it had to be 100, because like I had like 80 something on the roster, and they were all custom. So yeah, I would just watch out for that.
For sure.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've actually watched one of these LCW. I know I watched one of these.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to redo those, because I had privated all the videos, or unlisted all the videos. So
you
now I'm
unlisted
gonna have to go
everything?
through. I just unlisted everything, but I'll add the LZW stuff back.
What the fuck? Yeah, I just reloaded my page and everything's gone.
Everything? Not even like the hype trailer? The return trailer?
Hype trailer's here, returns here.
The
and
LZW return? Okay, yeah. I got majority of the ones I want up there. I don't want all the old stuff, man. I was a cringy kid. I'd live stream like every day after I got home from school. It was not good.
I was gonna say, fun. I'm probably not much better.
I used to do this like a whole lot. I used to like live stream games, make it like a passion. So I wanted to do YouTube. I wanted to be like Markiplier, like Jacksepticeye, but I'm like 16. I'm bored. I just want to hang out with my friends.
I'm a 16-year-old now. I don't gotta do that.
Nah, it's just like it's like everything. Like once you get like really into something, you get to a certain point where it gets boring.
Yeah, my oldest one. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I have a whole 2K series, like a 2K16 series.
Oh.
And it was like a tournament. We put like the funniest ones we had. So I had like Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson in the first round, Barney and Cookie Monster, who looked absolutely horrendous.
Oh wow, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's the amount of views I get.
Spider-Man. Who's he facing? Deadpool, I think. Spider-Man, Deadpool.
Is that Rey Mysterio and CM Punk?
Yeah, Rey Mysterio and Punk, who neither one of them were in this game.
Oh yeah.
James Ellsworth and AJ Styles. Stewie Griffin and Eric Cartman. Oh my god, I forgot about Nicholas Shrek. He's still my favorite character that I've ever. I was like, what the hell is this thing? Nicholas Shrek. Actually, there was a match that was so good that Spider-Man and Nicholas Shrek, spoilers, make it to this the quarterfinals. And I redid that match in 2K19, made my whole Nicholas Shrek, and had a rematch
Came back for one more run.
God, I forgot about Quagmire. Quagmire gets killed in this one. Goldberg and Superman.
Superman and Trump.
Mario and Trump. And then looks like Jason and Batman. That was our... We had like 4 of these. We did like 4 tournaments. This is the only one that's still up, but we didn't record the other ones. We just kind of did them for fun. But we did it in like almost every game. I think 19's the last one I did the tournaments.
Yeah.
I would usually...
I defeated Matt in 2024 Wii Sports Boxing.
Let's see, there's the... I guess that's the one with commentary. For Honor 2v2 Brawl. Oh, that's a funny one. I remember what happened. There was my 2 buddies who I haven't talked to in years, but I wish I did. They were ganging up on me, and I was playing this heavy fat guy named Shigoki. And he could one-shot you if you turned around. So I would one-shot one of them, and then I would chase down the other one. So the highest fail is a classic.
But yeah, if you look now, all the LZW things should be posted again. Like the episode 1, 2 Backlash, season 2 episode 1 cold open that never happened, and then the 24 stuff.
Let's see, there's the Cam Rages, Ty Boy Sucks, and I'm Good. that was a video edited by my friend. Our first like actual edited video, I think, is this Far Cry 5 Funny Moments Testicle Festival in Papo Dooley. That's I did a recap to that one. I did like a second one called... It's the same thing. I think I just copied Vanos and like Mini Light editing at the time.
I mean, because they were like insanely popular at that point.
But yeah, there was a shit ton of videos. I think we did like a purge of our old videos, like 100 out of like...
Yeah.
There was like maybe 100.
I'm actually glad you reminded me to do this because I've been stalling on it for so long now.
I might have to do another one.
Going through, purging my videos.
There are some things that have not aged well, so I might have to go back and do this again. So how you doing, Ryan?
Not touched on it yet.
Wow. I'm recording one of the podcast episodes. I got my brother behind me. The other half of ShepBandicoot.
The other half.
He likes to... I have to try to lock my doors because he tries to break in here to beat the shit out of me.
That's not true.
My sister does the exact same thing.
Yeah, the difference is I usually can fight back. If I'm sitting in my chair, I don't. Back. But if I'm not in my chair, I'll go after him. Well, you can't fight a cat, too. Oh, God, yeah, you're right. I was punching him, but the cat was punching me. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fuck you up. Alright, so I think we're about time to look at these questions now. Get some of these two people's questions answered. Let's see. So we'll start with Power since he went first. He's got about 6 of these here. Let's see. First off, how did you find Rec Room Wrestling?
Events page on Rec Room. I went to an ROH event.
Yeah.
Rising Honor.
I think we touched on this one earlier. Let's see.
Yeah.
So the next one he has is, was it hard to sell perfectly on your first match?
Sell perfectly in my first match? Insanely hard, yes. I haven't like really gotten down my selling until fairly recently, until I came back from being sick. That's when I really started to really practice my selling.
What kind of things do you do?
Throw myself back. I take advantage of the fact that I am missing my other half of my leg, so I like to, fold myself a lot. I oversell simple things.
I mean, it's not a bad strategy. I think Jetstream does it often. He said, and I quote, "Put my dick in his face." he'll that's what he'll do. He'll curl up in a ball so he can do those cannonballs.
Yeah.
No, that's his exact wording.
Very great wording.
Let's see. What's your favorite Rec Room Wrestling company?
Either ROH or W. One of the three I show up for nowadays. I don't know. Probably ROH or WRW, considering I've done the most there lately. I'd say FCE is close second.
Yeah, we're in a weird time with the Rec Room.
Yeah, so man. A lot of the wrestlers aren't even showing up. Is the thing.
It started out as I've said this a while ago. I'm like, there's a chance it'll die out because that's what happens to most Rec Room companies, just in general, sports ones, boxing ones.
I've seen the same UFC company 3 different times.
They all die out eventually. I'm in 3 boxing servers that I was in a long, long time ago, and they're all dead. Every single one of them.
Well, a lot of it has to do with whenever Rec Room updates their game, they always release something that kills another part of the game. Like the sword update, they killed boxing.
Fuck yeah, I forgot about that.
But the barrier update, when they updated the thing and fucked with the Rec Room barriers, that almost killed Rec Room Wrestling because I couldn't do any of the moves. I couldn't do any of the submissions that I usually do.
Now you're a controller player like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't die too soon. There's plenty of people to carry it on for a little longer.
I think it is. It is starting to fall off a little bit because now events are starting to get hacked 24/7. So we just end up canceling shows because of it.
Yeah. Hopefully people will transition over to the ShepBandicoot Discord channel.
ShepBandicoot Discord.
Shameless plug. Check.
Shameless self-plug.
How do you plan on doing IRL wrestling with one leg? Yeah, we didn't really ask about that. I should have.
So, ironically, this is gonna sound so bad. But it's also gonna sound funny.
Oh, no.
I did that Gowan one day as I was getting a new leg, and he passed me his book, and it's supposed to show you how he does it. I haven't read it yet because I've been saving it for when I actually do start wanting to wrestle IRL more.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to crack that open over the summer and actually give it a go.
That's a very good idea, actually. The one most popular crippled wrestler
giving advice on how he did it.
Yeah, and
he got fucked up too. He got fucked up.
Oh yeah, he got thrown downstairs. He got just beaten by Brock Lesnar countless times.
Assaulted by Brock Lesnar.
The next one Power has is kiss me through the phone. Fuck you, Power. Fuck you, Power.
Power follows me on Snapchat, so he always messages me that whenever I do one of those things where you can ask any question you want. He's always just kiss me through the phone.
I was wondering about that. I was like, there's probably some sort of inside joke here.
He plays the Soulja Boy song a lot. It's his favorite thing in the world. So he does the Soulja Boy song, and then he does like a little dance to it. It is insanely funny, and it will never die.
Do you think people will underestimate your ability to wrestle?
Eventually, they might underestimate me at some point. I feel like they do now. But like, if we're talking IRL, oh, absolutely, 100%.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, that poor man.
That poor man.
Man, I hope he gets his $6 in a churro."
I hope I get my $5, a high five, and a slap bracelet.
Yeah, the barrier to entry for this job is just, it's terrible. And like, you're gonna go to a bunch of places that'll scam you.
For sure.
So I don't even know. That's something you probably should ask a lot about too. Is like where you should go where you're not gonna get ripped off.
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely gonna ask because I feel like like Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze, I feel like they do the trainings. So I'll definitely have to ask them, like, how do I know when I'm not gonna get fucked during this event?
Because afterwards, like I said, you might just get like $6 in a churro, and that's your payment.
Yeah.
They might not even pay you. They might just give you the churro. Like, they might just say, like, you get to eat free tonight, and that's it. That's how cheap people are.
Food stamps.
Oh, bastards. Irish asks, how does it feel to be crippled? Like, I'm actually wondering.
I mean, at this point, because now I've been like this for like a long time. I've just adjusted more to it, so it just feels normal to me.
I'll follow up on that actually. So, like, what was it like for you at the beginning?
Fucking sucked.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like, like,
well, because I wouldn't put any weight on my actual leg. The very few times that I would walk, it was like with a walker. So one day I go to my prosthetic place because I'm trying to get a new leg, and they just take the walker and say, "Here, you're gonna break this because you're not using this anymore." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So they gave you the walker, or they took the walker away from you?
They took the walker, and then
the walker
we all pitched in and broke it. Well, because I was walking.
Oh yeah, because you got your leg. Yeah.
I was walking fine at that point. I just couldn't stop using that walker. Like, it was like a crutch. But now I just walk normally and I fall more.
It's a very cool story.
But,
like,
you know.
I think symbolizing that is like, you don't have to hang on anymore. I think that's great.
Yeah. And now I've broken prosthetics. So
have you gotten like any other injuries after that?
One day I was at a pool party, and I had like gone inside, and I was like walking on my, like, not my prosthetic. I was just walking normally, or not normally, how I usually walk, which is I walk on the short leg as well. Right. So, and then I slip because the floor was wet. It was like a hardwood floor. I slipped and I tore a few tendons in my toes.
Ooh.
So I could not use my leg. Like, it was just physically impossible for me to use said leg.
Because it was your ankle. Oh, was that the short one that you did, or was that the big one?
Yeah, I tore, or not tore, I fractured a few things in my toes.
Yeah, it's like fracturing your knee, basically.
So it was like all puffy and stuff. Damn. So I couldn't even put my leg on at that point.
Yeah, at that point you're just kind of like back to the wheelchair.
I was fucked. Yeah, I was in the wheelchair for a little bit.
I couldn't even imagine. You had to do a lot of growing up then, from like a young age.
Without a doubt.
You've known a lot more about cancer than I probably knew. I still probably don't know as much as you do about cancer now. Yeah, at least you get to go to the front of the line at Disney.
Hell yeah.
If you even go to Disney, you're just like...
I do go to Disney.
I might have to ask my friend. My friend a long time ago, she got like a tryout for WWE.
Oh?
For like the NXT stuff. I don't know what she did with it, so I might have to ask her more about that and give you some information.
Thanks.
The next few ones are all from Alex Frost, and then I think that'll be it from here. So let's see. From Alex Frost, who are people that helped you get to the top?
In Rec Room, everyone, ironically, and nobody's gonna believe me when I say it, everyone has had a hand in making me at this point. Even the people in the audience watching, not even wrestling during the show. because I still am a very insecure person about a lot of things. But when I started, I was very nervous about messing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always stammer during promos. I never did a promo up until like when I came back and onward, I would do promos a lot. But I tried not to do promos. Like, I tried to get out of doing promos.
Can I just have a match?
yeah. But doing this, hearing the crowd reaction, seeing people wearing my t-shirt and cheering, that definitely built up confidence in myself and how I would act. So it just kind of helped a lot. I think the person who helped me most, and he probably doesn't even know it, was local, because I had a match with him at House of Glory, and he that made me realize how bad I truly was at it. So then I would start to practice more.
What was your reaction at the end of it? You were just like, fuck, that was terrible.
Nah, because we had a spot. It was the only spot in the match. We had done a One Winged Angel on the top turnbuckle, right? It was supposed to be how Tom would do it.
Right.
I miss the turnbuckle and I slip outside of the ring.
Ugh.
So I take the pin, walk to the back, and I'm like, I'm never fucking that up. I'm never fucking that up ever again. So then I go back. That's why the WrestleMania match was like, I really tried my best on that match.
How did
it was against local.
I gotta follow up. How did the ratings like kind of mess with that? Because you said you're like a little more insecure about certain things. I just like to get that opinion.
Well, I like the ratings on the show, like the match ratings.
Yeah, like what was your first reaction to get like a match rating?
The first reaction, I don't know, because I've been lucky enough to be booked with like Inco most of my ROH career, so I would always have like some sort of high rating. But like the solo matches, I don't know, it kind of messed me up a little bit, because I was like, oh man, I thought that match was really good. But then I would do the same thing in the next match, but try a little more on that certain spot, and then get a little bit higher, and I was like, oh, okay. Now I know how it works.
You kind of notice, you're like,
I still haven't gotten my 5-star yet. So I don't know what to do at this point. I'm trying everything.
I think it's just sometimes it's just the right place, right time.
Yeah.
There's been a couple close calls
crowd.
Since the last one.
I've had so many close calls on 5 stars, but there was always that one little thing that either I botched, the guy botched, or like the show overall botched.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Like I said, it's just a matter of circumstances sometimes, or you just being like. So Danny Diamond's like the perfect example I'll use for like a performer. He'll do
all about this.
The fucking Rough Landing 4, my final commentated match. He goes for the
match.
He goes for the shooting star press, and I told him not to, because I was thinking like, you're right next to the briefcase, or
and
like to the title.
He did.
Yeah, and then I'm like, logically, he's all the way down there. He's not getting up. You go for the fucking belt. Like, that's a Jeff Hardy decision right there, where you could win the match and then you kill yourself instead. They're like, the argument he gave me afterwards.
I've actually had a couple close calls. I think Ruby gave me the same rating on Final Battle that you did, and I was like, oh wow, so that was just destined, like show overall kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm starting to see like similarities in like how I'm doing it and how the candidates are, and I'm also like, I had to detect bias along the way. So Alex Frost, he was in there for a little bit, and I watched him. I was waiting for him to catch his like biggest mistake, and he didn't do it. So I was like, shit, I gotta tell him. It's like a job. Like once you go through the interview process.
Yeah, you get like a little bit of field work.
We had a very good amount of applications, and
you did not get the part.
You did not get the job.
Try again next year.
Have a cookie. Let's see. Favorite faction / team you've ever been in?
I've only been in like one team. I was in the ROH Bullet Club for like 5 minutes, and then I got sick, and then disappeared for a month. The only faction I'm in right now is the Underground Legends in WRW and FCE.
So do you like?
It's like the only faction.
Do you like the Underground Legends more than like your time with Inko?
I liked my time with Inko, but like for storyline purposes, that was really fun to do. I love my time with Inko because it got me a tag team championship, but I really like just doing random shit all week.
I'm just doing fucking anything.
Because when me and Inko were doing it, we were like the outside team. We were like, these guys aren't gonna win. So we had to like really try our best. So we couldn't do any of the funny shit we really wanted to do.
Yeah,
like
to
the
make
flag
it
and thing, the flag that we did in the ROH Final Battle, like we really wanted to do that. Like we were dead set on doing that. But like we really didn't try to do any funny shit because we were like two serious people. Like Inko was really serious. He was like the hangman. I at that point was the deadly striker, so I couldn't be serious.
Yeah.
Or I couldn't be funny, so I was trying to be like insanely serious, but now I don't really care.
Can't be cracking wise as a heel.
No, I can't be calling people inbred club every week.
Well, you can, I guess. But like, as long as you're like in a serious tone, you can get away with it.
Again, it's that confidence that got built up in me throughout doing this.
Someone you want to have a feud with, or visit that feud?
Ooh, someone I'd like to do a feud with, or revisit that feud. That's like a really good question, and now I'm trying to think back on all the feuds that I've had.
You want some time to think about this one?
I want to revisit the one with Local, the one for WRW Mania, because I actually want to rebuild a story there. Because when we were going into it, we both couldn't make certain shows, so it was impossible to like hype up that match. So it was like a throwaway match.
Yeah, was that night 2 or night 1?
That was night 1, and I'm so upset that we couldn't like actually have a storyline there.
Yeah, I know.
I really wanted to have a storyline there.
That was when I was gone, so Stein covered night 1. I remember when he was the host of it too. He's like, "Welcome to
host.
WRW WrestleMania."
Most enigmatic host ever.
Him as a host was like just bland. There was like no emotion. It was just, "Welcome to the show."
Welcome to WrestleMania.
It's great. You guys are a great crowd. What's the deal with airline food?
What's the deal with airline food?
Let's see. A match stipulation you want to wrestle in.
I would love to do a dog collar match, man. I would, if it's, I know it's possible because Ruby and Inko did it. So now I know it's possible, but I just really want to do a dog collar match solely for the purpose that I just want to get fucked up in one.
They haven't perfected that yet. They have to, like, they have just the one collar. I don't think they have both. Is that all it is? I don't think I've seen the CM Punk.
It's
MJF
for one of those
match.
weird people who like to wear leashes around. It's for those people, but they just took advantage of it and made it look like two people were wearing a collar.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see that. I haven't seen that before. Like I said, there's a lot of things that just kind of pop up, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
But yeah, either a dog collar match, coffin match, or buried alive match. I would love to do either one of those three.
I think buried alive, that one's a lot harder to pull off too.
Yeah. I just really want to jump from high things and then get fucked up, like Darby Allin.
Darby Allin's my hero.
Darby is my hero. He's like the only. I use the coffin drop, and I would mess it up so hard. Like Old Man would mock me on commentary because of how badly I would mess up the timing of the coffin drop.
You used to mess that up like almost every
time. I would
time
mess it up every single time I did it. So I debated not doing it, and then I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna practice my landing." Now I think I've gotten better at it.
You've gotten a lot better. There was what was it? It was one of the ROH tapings. I have them covering Supercard of Honor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched that one. You hit the coffin drop on who was the first one? Egg. Yeah.
Yeah. I still end up messing up every now and then. I hit the barrier, so I like hover for like a split second over their character because of the Rec Room player box. Sometimes I end up landing on it. So I'm like in the air for like a few seconds, so it looks a little awkward.
Yeah, you just gotta fucking love Rec Room.
Love Rec Room.
Let's see, we got a couple
Favorite
more
game
here.
in the whole world.
So how does it feel to make the LZW videos?
Stressful, because when I'm doing it, I use custom characters a lot. So 99.9% of the time, I have to either mute the audio, take off their music, like their preset music, or just completely like not use them at all. So it's a little stressful. And then I set dates on myself to try and upload it by then, but then 90% of the time I don't.
Have you looked into the audio settings for the game yet?
I have. I would turn down the commentary, and then I would like take off some music so I could put my own over it. But
I was gonna say,
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they have a streamer mode in the game.
Yeah.
So if you click that, all the copyrighted music goes away. So that's where you can add your own stuff in. So if you don't have that, I'd recommend you do that.
Definitely gonna do that then.
I remember I turned off the music, but then I still put copyright shit over it, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I think my channel is entirely like fucked from the Rec Room videos when it comes to copyright, because it's not like strikes, it's like warnings.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. That's basically nothing.
But if I ever try to like make money off of it, I assume that they would look at it. I also did this PWC news video. That got taken down for community guideline strikes because someone dressed up as Hitler and then started playing the Nazi national anthem.
Yeah, they don't
so
really
it
like
got
that
taken
one.
down for hate, and like I see the warning still here.
I think you actually can appeal the warnings. Well,
It's
at
my
least they do it now.
It's my first one, so I think I can like take action. I can like take a thing.
Speaking of which, I think my warning's gone now. I actually appealed it. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to appeal it because it was like the guy came in and played.
Well, no.
The Nazi national
so
anthem.
what I mean by the appeal is like I think I phrased it wrong. It's like a redemption course is what they call it.
Oh,
and you do that.
redemption course.
You do that. Sit through like 5-10 minutes of like YouTube bullcrap.
Take action. Oh, read policy.
Yeah, whatever
yeah.
whatever it is. You sit through whatever it is now.
Next.
This is pretty
training.
new, by the way.
Take training.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. So if you do that,
Is this a violation? Yes.
if you do that, then after like maybe a month or so, it will take it off. So you just got to do a training every now and, which is cool because now you don't have to have a warning on there permanently.
Yeah, I'm going through it right now.
I'm glad you've learned a lot of new things today, Zer0.
I'm learning so many things.
Let's see, we got. Oh, he also just says I love you. Top 5 companies.
Top 5. I'm only in like 3 that I really go to. So it's for me, career wise, ROH, WRW, FCE, Powers Company, PWC. I'm gonna throw in. You know what? I'm gonna throw in FRW.
Okay, that's a fair list.
Yeah, I'm throwing in FRW. I never really got into DPCW.
You were
every time
there
I'd
near
go
the
there,
end.
I'd be booked horribly. Yeah.
You were near there to the end of DPCW. I think that's why I finished off in DPC because I had done most of my stuff there, and I was more like familiar with everything. So that's the last one, of course. Alex Frost says to you, "Will you marry me, please?"
No.
You heard it there, Alex. He's not gonna marry you. Tough shit. Cry about it.
Tough shit.
I think that's all the questions I got for you. So the last thing I like to do, just to round out a nice show. We've been recording for about an hour 15. Just whatever you want to plug, anything going on in your life, anything you want to talk about, anything you just have to say. The floor is yours.
Subscribe to link_0 on YouTube. That's where you can find a lot of the LZW stuff I post. I have a girlfriend now, which is crazy.
You're not gay?
Yeah. No. I know everybody thinks it because Power likes to throw his dick in my face whenever I see him.
Jesus.
But no. She's amazing. I really like her. I've actually stopped wrestling as hard because of her, and I don't think she knows that, which is like insanely hard to do. Yeah, I met her at my prosthetic place actually.
Aww.
Yeah.
I hope it works out for you.
I hope so too, because she's really nice.
Well, that's going to be it then. Thank you all for watching episode 7 of ShepCast. I will make sure to leave Zer0's YouTube information in the link in the description.
Whoa.
So congratulations on that too. You can get the round of applause again. Oh wait, hold on. What else do I have? Air horns, crickets, ducks. Imagine if you were telling the story about the leg and you're like, yeah, I had cancer. No, but that's the end of this one. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a like. Go subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out Zer0's content. Make sure to check out his LZW series.
March 22nd, for real this time. I'm sticking to that. Sticking to my guns on that.
I'm super cereal.
I'm for cereal.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
But yeah, that's probably gonna do it. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
He fucking interrupted me.